4 weeks ago, I realized I'd messed up. I needed money fast to start manufacturing my product, but I had $0 and zero experience making money online. But exactly 7 days later, a $1,000 payment hit my Stripe account. In this video, I'll show you step by step exactly how you can use ChatGPT to do the same within the next week, no matter your age or financial background. This idea came about when I was looking locally for a service I needed and noticed dozens of local businesses around me either had outdated websites or no website at all. These weren't big businesses, just local stores like costume shops, plant stores, even small hair salons. I knew websites were a valuable high-ticket service and wondered if AI could make building them quicker. Long story short, AI can't do everything, but it can help massively. So when it came to the urgent realization that manufacturing required decent startup funds, I decided that I could leverage AI to quickly fill this gap and generate the money I needed. Let me be super clear. Landing my first client within a couple days with no prior experience wasn't luck. I reached out to literally everybody I knew, family, friends, even my school gym coach, and asked if they knew anybody who owned a business or was in need of a website. Obviously, most people came back and had no clue about anyone needing a website, and some came back with suggestions, but those potential clients never got back to me. Eventually, my nunna casually mentioned my web design undertaking to a hairdresser who just so happened to be in need of a new website. Once I had his contact details, I introduced myself via email, clearly introducing myself as the grandson who makes websites. Here is the exact email I sent. I won't go over it all, but pause the video if you want. It's certainly nothing amazing, but it did the trick. It detailed exactly the value I could provide, included the special deal, and clearly outlined each step involved. Another thing is to avoid making emails too salesy. My mum actually pointed this out. She found my initial drafts were trying too hard to sell them something, when really I should frame my services as the solution to their problems that they have already voiced that they are experiencing. I also kept the people who suggested potential clients up to date on responses, which encouraged them to help me follow up as well. After a few messages back and forth, there it was, my first opportunity. I never would have expected it was my nunna who would find it for me, but it just goes to show, cast your net wide enough and expect unexpected opportunities to appear. Within the outreach process, there were a few points that helped push him over the edge though, without being too salesy. I clearly outlined tangible benefits specific to him, such as increased booking and better exposure to his products. To make the offer irresistible, I lowered my price from a standard $2,400 to just $1,000. Clearly explaining it was because I was gathering testimonials rather than letting him know that it was because I had no experience and had never done anything like this before. Next thing I knew, he confirmed and I immediately got to work. The actual website building phase is crucial. First, I created a series of survey questions using ChatGPT, like what's one key action you want visitors to take on your website, with options like requesting a quote, booking an appointment, or getting directions to a store. And others like what are the main features you require, like testimonials, contact forms, or an About Us page. He said these questions actually really clarified his vision and allowed him to write everything he needs down to avoid under-delivery of the final site. And they all eventually became the guide rails for the entire project. Instead of designing a site from scratch, which can take weeks, I used a professional template from Envato.com that matched his exact desired style, leaving only minor customizations of color, fonts, and layouts to be carried out within only a few hours. Shopify made this easy by allowing quick customization of these three, and also logos. Just ask your client for existing brand materials. And yes, using templates is actually completely legal. With zero Shopify or web design experience, I quickly learned the ropes using ChatGPT and YouTube tutorials. To ensure quality, I asked ChatGPT for brutally honest feedback on the website structure and content. Finally, I spent a couple hours carefully engineering prompts to write persuasive and clear copy to help convert visitors to customers or clients. Honestly, I'd be lying if I said this process was smooth sailing. It wasn't. My client requested a custom affiliate page with buttons linking to external sites, a feature Shopify didn't easily support. Initially, I spent hours getting nowhere, and honestly, I almost gave up. But I couldn't afford to quit, so I turned again to what had gotten me this far, ChatGPT. After workshopping multiple solutions and getting stuck again, ChatGPT finally suggested coding the buttons directly into the site. This scared me. All I saw was a bunch of coding jargon all over my screen, and I had no idea what to do with any of it. But after a few hours of trial and error, ChatGPT guided me through coding a completely new, functional web page despite never having touched code before. It literally walked me through step by step on what it needed to make it work. But you do have to be clever in giving it the option to do so. Launch day was stressful, and mistakes definitely happened. I went into his salon to launch the site, but ended up making it far more complicated than necessary. I accidentally set up 2 payment plans for the website as I was running through Shopify partners and was getting confused about how to transfer ownership. But it ended up being an issue of my own of me making it too complicated. Lucky for me, my client was very understanding and we got the job done. Remember, your clients are normal people too. Mistakes do happen. Just stay transparent and quickly fix the problem. I then got paid my $1,000 and was on my way, quite happy with it all. $1,000 is great, but not enough to head over to China and get my product manufactured in 4 weeks as I'm attempting to do so. So I've increased the price of my websites by $500 and offered clients a $500 return if they refer me to another confirmed client. This means that my warm leads continue and I get new clients for free, or I get a bonus $500. I've also discovered a powerful strategy I call time-based arbitrage, capitalizing on the digital lag in rural and industrial businesses that still don't have websites. It's like stepping back a decade and bringing these businesses online using AI to quickly build them a modern and functional website. Right now, I'm creating a website for my uncle, a cattle farmer, in exchange for referrals to other rural businesses eager to establish their online presence. Each satisfied client opens a new door to even more opportunities. Now, let's be clear, $1,000 isn't enough to fully fund my manufacturing startup yet, but it is a crucial first step. If you're serious about funding your own ideas, start now. Reach out, leverage AI, and replicate this process. If you're interested in seeing how a broke 18-year-old who skipped uni is taking on Chinese factories to bring a product to life, providing you can too, then follow along. I'm heading to China in 4 weeks and we'll document the entire journey step by step. So, let's make it happen.